Hi, my name's Chloe Potter from Chloe Potter Yoga. I'm a yoga teacher in Perth, Western Australia. I'm going to be teaching a flow Vinyasa strength class this morning for eFit 30. So let's get started. So we're going to start by coming down onto the mat into cat pose. So taking the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Taking a deep breath in, inhale looking up with the head and pelvis, and exhale tucking, drawing the head and pelvis towards each other. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, tucking, drawing the head and pelvis towards each other. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, tucking, going a little bit faster. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, tucking. And then inhale, looking up, holding this position, rotate the pelvis backwards and press the bum over to the right heel, taking the arms over towards the left and taking a big side stretch. So think about expanding through that right side of the rib cage. As you inhale, lengthening through the rib cage, intercostal muscles expanding, getting all that oxygen into the lungs. And then centering the body back into cat pose. Again, inhale, looking up. Exhale, take the bum over to the left side, reach the hands over to the right, dropping the head, close the eyes and take a few deep breaths, really opening up that left side of the rib cage. Coming back to the center. We're going to come straight down with the toes together, take the knees apart, rotate the pelvis backwards and see if you can get your rib cage and chest down towards the floor, forehead resting on the ground. So making this an active stretch. If you'd like to, you can press the palms back, pushing the bum back to the heels. If you'd like to go that little bit further, you can put one hand on top of the other. Coming back through cat pose, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, make sure the fingers are spread wide. Tuck the toes under, inhale, lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling and press the chest to the floor. Roll the shoulders outwards and then lower the heels till you feel a really good stretch up the back of the legs. Just warming the legs up, so bending through the right and the left and then the right and the left, still padding through the feet. So walking the feet towards the hands, coming to a standing position. So take the feet mat width apart, slightly turning the toes in. Inhale, lift through the elbows. Exhale, bend the knees and folding forwards. Just hanging towards the floor, little yeses and nos with the head. Make sure it's relaxed, no tension. And then pulling gently from the elbows towards the floor. On the next inhalation, lengthen the legs as much as feels comfortable for you. And exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen and hold, gently pulling from the elbows towards the floor. Think about emptying the stomach out, so sucking the stomach in. And then staying forwards, draw the heels in, toes in, heels in, toes, till the feet are touching. Bend through the knees, rolling up through the spine, rolling the shoulders up and back, and coming into prayer position at the chest. So think about the feet together, calves together, gently rolling the thighs outwards, so you're lifting the pelvis forwards, belly sucked in, roll the shoulders back, close the eyes and take some deep breaths. So nice and strong in mountain pose, thinking about the jaw relaxed, eye socket soft, temples relaxed and released. Shoulders rolling down through the back. And then opening the eyes. Inhale, taking a dive forward so you can bend the knees at any point. Arms coming up to the ceiling, leaning back. Exhale, chest leads as you fold towards the floor, hands either side of the feet. Again, if you need to, you can bend the knees. Inhale, look to the front, drop the shoulders, straight with the legs, as much as you feel comfortable. Exhale, take a step back. First chaturanga down to the knees and elbows scraping past the sides as you lower to the floor. Release the legs, rolling the thighs outwards. And inhale, lift into Bhoganjasana. Tuck the toes under, exhale back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, exhale, bend the knee. Swing or step it forwards between the hands, coming to the fingertips, and keep that back heel off the floor so we're in a high lunge position. Bring the hands into prayer, a little bit of strength. Inhale, exhale, lift, and turn that leg out. So you can either come into a mini vrikshasana halfway, or you can take the hands on the foot and bring it up as high as you feel comfortable into tree pose. So roll the shoulders back, press the palms together, and just standing in tree pose for a moment, thinking about dropping through the left hip, pressing that back knee up and back. Taking a few breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. We're just going to slide that leg across to the right knee, bending through the right knee and rotating the pelvis backwards. So you can stay up high like this, nice straight spine, or you can come down a little bit lower. If that's okay, you can get an elbow to the knee, and if that's okay, an elbow to the foot as well. Press and open through the chest, push the palms together, drop through the right knee. Inhale, lift, squeeze the knee to the chest, nice and high, and exhale, throw it back. High lunge position, top of the knee, top of the foot on the floor. Inhale, lift, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, crescent moon. Taking a few deep breaths. It's really bending into the front knee. Make sure the knee and ankle are on top of each other, or the ankle's a little bit further forwards than the knee, so you don't want to put unnecessary pressure on the knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold to the inside of the foot. Take the foot forwards, take it wide. We're going to turn it out from the hip. Press and open through the chest. If you feel like you can go further, coming down to a left elbow. And if that's okay, you can reach that right arm forwards, really lengthening through the spine. Think about all the way from the fingertips to the back toes, lengthening the spine. Rolling up, we're going to take the left hand wide. You've got two options here. You can either press and open through the chest, pushing that knee out to the side, or you can bend through the back knee, rotate that right arm back and pull the heel into the bum, opening through the chest. Release the leg. Hands underneath the shoulders. Take the foot wide so it's on the floor, outside of the mat. Tuck the left toes under and bring the knee off the floor. Again, a little bit of strength. Lift that right leg up to the ceiling. Press the chest to the floor. Bend the knee, stack the hips, turn it out. We're going to come up to the tips of the left toes. Press the right leg towards the ceiling. Press the chest to the floor. Lower the heel. 2 breaths. And exhale, folding into downward dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, swing or step it forwards between the hands. So high lunge position, come to the fingertips. Look to the front, think about the stomach muscles working. Inhale, lift, turning it out, vrikshasana. You can come to a mini with the toes on the floor, halfway, or you can take the hand to the foot and lift it nice and high into vrikshasana. Pressure on the palms, drop through the right hip, press the knee back. This time, see if you can close your eyes and find your balance, even if it's for a few seconds. And then opening the eyes, cross that ankle just above the knee, rotate the pelvis backwards and sitting back. So finding your balance. If you feel like you can go further, feel free to bring an elbow to the knee, and if that's okay, you can bring one to the foot as well. Lengthening the spine, so really rotate the pelvis backwards. Interlace the fingers, lift through that leg, pull the knee up towards the chest. Inhale, exhale, and throw it back. High lunge position again. Top of the knee, top of the foot on the floor, coming to the fingertips. Inhale, lifting up to the ceiling, so really opening the chest and the heart up towards the ceiling. Crescent moon pose. Again, drop that hip to the floor, right hip to the floor, bending into the front knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold, hands to the inside of the foot. Take the foot forwards and wide and turning it out from the hip. So inhale, exhale, press and open through the chest. If you'd like to go further, right elbow to the ground. If that's okay, left elbow to the floor. So don't worry what I'm doing, don't worry about what you think you should be doing, just go with your own body. Doesn't matter how good you are at yoga, there's always somewhere to go. So just working with your own body, how you feel today, allowing the breath to help the body sink towards the floor. And rolling up through the spine. Two options, right hand wide, left hand just above the knee so you can push it out to the side, or else you can bend through the back knee, take that left hand back, pull the heel into the bum and open the chest. Releasing the leg, hands under the shoulders again. Just take the left leg onto the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off, so a little bit of strength. Lift, drag that leg up, bend the knee, stack the hips, turn it out, press the chest to the floor. Coming up to the right tippy toes, lengthen through the left leg, and then lower the heel to the ground. 2 breaths. And then exhale, folding down. Looking towards the front of the mat, bend the knees, take as many jumps as you need to come to the front. Inhale, lifting up towards the ceiling, and exhale into prayer Tadasana. Feet together, pelvis forward, shoulders back, eyes closed, taking a few breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. So standing in Tadasana, taking a few deep breaths. Pressure on the palms, lifting through the elbows, rolling the shoulders back. And then opening the eyes. Inhale, taking that big dive forwards. Up to the ceiling, leaning back. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, looking up. Fingertips on the ground. Again, you can bend the knees if you need to. Exhale, step, or if you feel like you can, a nice quiet jump backwards. And chaturanga. So see if you can come in one piece, elbows in, holding just off the floor. Inhale through, open through the chest, drop the shoulders, roll the legs outwards slightly. Tuck the toes under and exhale back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, swing or step it forwards between the hands and turn the back foot 45 degrees. So you're coming up with 2 straight legs. Front heel's in line with the back arch. Open the hips to the side, open the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, looking over the front fingertips. Inhale, exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. So having a look down, knee and ankle are on top of each other. Try and get the hamstring parallel with the floor. Inhale, reverse warrior, leaning back. Exhale, elbow to the knee, left arm over the head. Inhale, leaning back, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to the knee, looking over the head. So keep it flowing and always looking into the palm. And exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, leaning back, hold this position, lengthen through the front leg, twist and look towards the back heel. So my hips are open to the side, but I'm leaning back, looking towards that back foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend, taking the right hand to the floor, coming into side angle, left hand over the head, looking into the palm. Inhale, big lift up. Shuffle the back foot in. And we're going to just do a little hip opener before coming into Ardha Chandrasana, into a balance. So left hand on the left foot. And you're going to come into an open. So you're really going to poke the chest forwards, open up through the hips and the hip flexor, lean back and open the chest to the ceiling. Pull the heel back. So it's not a big position. And then you're just going to release, coming back to the floor, coming into Ardha Chandrasana. So we've just opened those hip flexors, flexing through the left foot, lift it up, and in order to come down, lift the leg to come to the floor. So lift that leg high, really opening up through the shoulders, so finding your balance. Bending through the front knee and foot to the floor, back through Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, turn the back toes in and step back into downward dog. Take a deep breath in and out to recover. And if you had trouble with anything on that first side, take a moment, close the eyes, and just imagine yourself hitting that position on the other side, being relaxed, calm, breaths easy. So keep that image in the head as you open the eyes and inhale through the left. Exhale, bend the knee. Swing or step it forwards, turn the back foot. Coming up with 2 straight legs. So make sure it's 45 degrees, toes are facing forwards, front heel's in line with the back arch, open through the body. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Gazing over the front fingers. Check down again that the knee and ankle are on top of each other, or the foot can be slightly further forwards. Left hip forward, right thigh wrapping up and around. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lifting up and back, leaning as far back as you can, lengthen the front leg. Keep the hips open to the side, but twist and look towards the back heel. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend through the front knee, left hand to the floor, taking that right hand over the head into side angle. Inhale, lifting all the way up, strong through the arms. Shuffle the back foot in. Coming into a little hip opener, so right hand on right foot, push and open through the chest. So really pull the heel back, opening through that hip flexor. Sometimes can be a little bit of a tricky one. And then release. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana, step through the back front foot, flex the back foot. Nice and strong through the arms, so lift the back heel to come down. So you're not just dropping through the torso. Finding your balance. And then bend, nice and controlled, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, turn the back toes in and step into downward dog. Looking to the front of the mat, come directly to the knees are together. Backs of the hands on the feet, and just coming into child pose, allowing the body to sink to the floor. A few recovery breaths. Rolling up through the spine, we're going to release the legs and bring them forwards. Give them a little shake, so wobbling the legs, and then we're just going to physically wobble the muscle on the bone, so really wobble it. And then the other side, breaking up all the little muscle fibres. And we're going to keep the right leg forwards, bend the left leg in, bring it nice and high. Coming into a preparation for Janushirshasana, we're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, inhale, open back with the left, exhale, big side bend. So make sure you're not sacrificing reaching for the foot, for twisting and looking to the ceiling. So we're opening up that left side of the rib cage. If you can do both, do both. Reach for the foot, use that right hand to pull the shoulder through, and take some good long breaths. Inhale, lengthening up, reaching the arms above the head. Exhale, reaching as far forwards as you can. So you might take behind the knee, the ankle, the foot, wherever you can. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, opening the chest. Exhale, pull down stomach, rib cage, chest and head, Janu Shirshasana. Taking some deep breaths. Inhale, looking up, straighten the spine again, and exhale, pulling down. Rolling up through the spine, taking the left hand, fold that knee in, step it across the right leg, flex through the right toes, left hand back, inhale up through the right. You've got two options. You can squeeze the knee to the chest, or you can take it to the outside of the leg and twist. And then release, swapping legs. So we've got left leg long, right leg in, Janu Shirshasana preparation. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm back. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Again, really rotate that chest towards the ceiling, taking some deep breaths. Inhale, lifting up, lift the arms above the head, flex through the left toes. Exhale, reach as far forwards as you can. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, pull down stomach, rib cage, chest and head, Janu Shirshasana. Deep breaths. Inhale, lengthening the spine, rotate the pelvis backwards and exhale, folding forwards once more. Last few breaths. Rolling up through the spine, so fold that right leg in, step it across, right hand back, up with the left. So you can either hug the knee to the chest or you can hook it to the outside, flex through the left toes and twist. Nice and straight through the spine. Releasing and coming into Baddha Konasana, base of the feet together, interlace the hands over the feet. Inhale, open the chest, and we're going to exhale, curve the spine, making that C shape with the spine, pulling the head down towards the toes. Rolling up through the spine, pointer fingers wrapped around the big toes, and you're going to rock forwards and backwards until you can come into a little balanced position. So you can either stay here, or you can push the heels forwards and find your balance here. But you want to really straighten through the lower back, so push the belly button forwards, try not to drop in the back like this. Really push the chest forwards and throw your belly button forwards. If that's okay, you can lengthen, open the chest, look up to the ceiling. And then you can either bend the knees together like this, or you can draw them together with straight legs. If it's too much, hands behind the knees. Otherwise, keep the hands on the fingers, toes on the fingers. Inhale, open the chest. If you're feeling extra good, you can take the hands off and come into boat pose. Bend the knees in. Inhale, exhale, reaching forwards, dropping the hands down towards the ground, head towards the floor, and take some deep breaths. rolling up through the spine. Left hand back, right hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale, exhale, big twist. And then the other side, inhale, exhale, press and twist. And then again, once more, reaching forwards, dropping the head towards the floor. And you're just going to take a moment for yourself. Notice how the hips and spine feels. Notice if the head's close to the floor, how far along the ground the arms are. Taking a really deep breath in as you exhale, dropping the head a bit closer. And just sneaking the hands that little bit further forwards. And slowly rolling up through the spine, making your way into prayer position. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice this morning and have a great day.